Yes. Good morning. Welcome back to a City Extra stream. Hope everyone's doing well. And it's fine. Is it Wednesday? It's Thursday, isn't it? Fine Thursday morning. The weather in Manchester is currently shit.
Yeah, it is. It's proper dead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very bad. Dead.
But you know what's not shit is the rumours. Jack gone last night went in. He dropped big
man was dropping
fucking
bars.
news. Yeah, man, he was bringing absolutely huge news last night. If you don't know who Jack Garn is, he works for the Daily Mail and he's a top source when it comes to Manchester City news. Again, I said this when I did a show with Hugh. When Jack Garn speaks, you listen to what's being said. You 100% listen to what's being said. Before we get into everything that he said, guys, make sure you smash a like on the stream. We've got over 120 people in here right now. Let's get those likes past 50 likes. 20 people, hit that thumbs up button for us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you do. And big up to the guys at Manscaped. You guys can get 20% off your order at manscaped.com using code Xtra20, of course. Don't you worry. We will play you that ad in a short period of time. But yeah, I mean, we've kind of had this belief that Manchester City would spend a lot of money, and I've certainly thought that. I know you thought that, thought that as well. I know Asan from 9320 Pod has obviously said that as well. We all believe that Manchester City are going to spend big. However, Jack Garn now is saying that nah, it's actually true. It is actually true. Manchester City have a lot of cash available, which is no surprise because remember we've had I think 2 or 3 seasons. Definitely 2. I can't remember if it's 3 of actually making profit in the transfer window. So we've actually our net spend.
I was checking it.
Yeah, I was checking the last 5 years. I think we're 10th. Is that right? Is that right? We're 10th in the net spend league in the last 5 years in the Premier League teams. I'm pretty sure it's 10th,
pretty much,
which is insane. Anyway, basically, cut a long story short, City haven't really actually been spending that much money recently, net spend. So we actually have quite a lot of money to spend. We know that we're going to have to invest a lot into the side this summer. Obviously, Bernardo Silva possibly will leave. Gundogan, I think, will leave. Laporte is likely to leave. So there is a big chance here that these players could actually drop out and we might need to invest. And the players that we're going to have to get, because of the way the transfer market's gone and because of the quality that we need, it's going to cost a lot of money. And yeah, I mean, it's looking like I mean, we'll go through the article and see exactly what he's saying, but it's looking like City do have a lot of cash to spend. And, Bray, they finally find the fucking keys, Bray.
I was just about to say it. It sounds like, for once, it's not just like a mention of a little bit of an air about the fact that we've got loads of money to spend this summer. And now there's actually people saying it, like Jack Garn saying we can spend major this summer. That £300 million war chest, bro, it's been sat there for years. Bare dusty, bro. Bare dusty. But we actually have the key for it now, which is sick. Which is sick. And obviously hearing Jack Garn say it is just the icing on the cake, because it means that we're in for an exciting summer, man. Obviously there'll be twists and turns, and we'll have to try our best to get our targets, but it's going to be a heavy one this summer.
Do you know how he's described it? He's described Manchester City's money that we have as a significant wedge.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Is that it? Got Jack Garn. Yes, with a wedge. City got a fat wedge, you know.
Significant wedge. What does that even mean? Wedge. How much money is that? I'd say a wedge is like at least 150 million. Add the word significant in there beforehand, and I think you double it. I think we have 300 million.
I reckon we've got 300 million. Oh, nah. A wedge, right? I googled, didn't it? I tried to look at what a wedge would be. Right, and it ain't a thing, but a wedge of gold, bro, is 100 British pounds.
Yeah.
War of money for us.
Yeah.
Someone's getting a season ticket. Not even a season ticket, but
I know.
Someone's getting a pie and a pint.
Let's not do that one, innit? Let's go for what's an American wedge?
Yeah. So when he tells the chat, what's that big wedge, innit? Like a fat wedge.
Well, what is a significant wedge?
Someone says wage or wedge. No, wedge, mate.
Wedge.
Like something you'd stop your door with, innit?
Like a potato.
Yeah, potato wedges.
So you have a significant wedge.
A significant wedge.
Big up Harsh with the super chat. Says, I hope we don't get Maddison. Well, we'll go into the players that we could potentially look at, but interesting that you don't want him, Harsh. All pissed up with it too. Says, I think technical term for this is Wonga.
Wonga. Give me the Wonga.
Yeah. And Tyler, well, the 12-month, 1 whole year of supporting the boys, says Wedge Bray.
Wedge Bray.
Very, very clever.
That is good.
I can tell that Tyler gets up early in the morning, man. You know
yeah,
I mean?
bro.
There's no way that
man's brain's active, bro, isn't it?
Yeah,
his
he's
brain's
very
too
active.
That's
he's
good.
He rises and shines at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Tyler.
Man
Ain't
knows.
no way he woke up an hour ago and said and put that in the chat. That's very clever. That's very clever.
That is good. That is good.
But let's move on to some of the players then that are named in the article that Manchester City could potentially look at. This is what he said in the article. He said, Sporting Director Tiki Bergerstein was taking meetings with agents days after the whole Premier League alleged thing, focused on the summer transfer market. City have a significant wedge of money to spend, with Jude Bellingham and Alexis McAllister among the midfielders on the wish list.
Yeah, it sounds like both. Like, as if, like, that sounds like City would full send both of them players.
Uh-huh.
But in my head, it's always like
one or the other.
They're alternatives.
Yeah.
For if we don't get Jude. Maybe it is. He's just mentioned them both there. But obviously, both them players are heavy cash. Alexis McAllister is going to cost you a lot.
Yeah,
it's going to cost you big cash, and if you do, obviously there's the thing about Jude signing a new contract, isn't there? With £150 million release clause put in there, and there's also the whole thing of Brighton's money for McAllister will be heavy. So I guess it's just the way that City value it and who they think they should go for. Obviously Alexis McAllister, if it is one or the other, that is. Obviously Alexis McAllister has Premier League experience. Obviously not too much Premier League experience, but he has actually done it in the Premier League. And it looks good in it. But Pat-Man there in the chat says McAllister suits us better than Jude. And there will be people who will prefer to go for McAllister than to go for Jude. 100%. There will be people out there for that.
Yeah, if I put a poll in the chat, by the way, guys, I want to know how many people in the chat here actually believe that we could potentially get them both. Because if City do have this significant wedge, remember we do need 2 midfielders. So it makes sense that City might be looking at them both. But it was going to cost a lot of money. Jude Bellingham, minimum 125. McAllister, minimum 80.
80, yeah.
That's £200 million on 2 players. I think there's a 80% chance that we're going to sign Gvardiol. That's another probably 85. You're at 300 million for 3 players, and we still need wingers, and we possibly still need a left back.
The only thing about Gvardiol at the moment is, they come out and he came out the other day, didn't he? He said that, look, Leipzig don't want to sell me at all this summer, and then there's a thing saying that not even £100 million will get you Gvardiol this summer.
Yeah, I think they say that, but then when the money's there and been offered
right in front of the face, and they smell the money, bro. They smell the wedge, bro.
Yeah, when
they
can
smell the potato wedges
wedge
cooking. They're like, well, that is a significant wedge, that one.
Yeah,
now, that's when they'll know, innit?
Oh, that wedge is significant.
Will I accept?
Yeah.
Give me a bit of that wedge.
Exactly. So, I think that, when push comes to shove, you're being offered £100 million for a centre-back. I think you got to accept that. I think you'd be pretty strange not to accept it. Because, he could bomb. He could bomb this year. And then what happens?
Yeah, that's it.
His value goes down,
Yeah.
I remember when sometimes what clubs do, sometimes clubs get greedy. They get greedy and they think, oh, we'll keep the player an extra season and then his value next year will be even higher.
Yeah.
That's correct if he has an even better season. If he has a same level of season, his value isn't likely to increase. Not when you're talking at the values that we're at. He has to get even better. And what about if he does shit? Do you remember Michu? Remember when Michu was slamming it at Swansea, right? And I think it was Arsenal. Someone in the chat can confirm.
No, it was Arsenal.
It's Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal bid like 30 million for him or something like that. And Swansea were like, nah, we want like 50 or something like that. And Arsenal were like, no. And then the next season, he just did absolutely shit. And then he ended up fucking playing in League 2 of Spain. He dropped off that big. It doesn't always work out. Just because you've got a player who's had a good season, teams get greedy sometimes and they keep players for far too long.
Yeah, but how mad is this that meets you, bro? Full just done now, innit? Full with but he scored 20 goals for Swansea, yeah, in 3 years.
Yeah.
52 appearances, 20 goals. He went to Napoli on loan, didn't score at all, only played 3 games. Went to Langri, played 13 times, scored 10 goals. Went to Oviedo, played 27 times, scored 1 goal, and then just fucking retired in 2017, bro.
Exactly, should have sold him.
6 years ago, but the guy retired at 31.
I think sometimes you have to look at players and go, are they actually that good? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they just having like
Are they having a sick year?
They're having a sick year. And if they are having a sick year, sell them, cash in, get the profits, man. But yeah, we'll have a little bit more of a talk about Jude Bellingham, McAllister, and I want to talk about James Maddison because Harsh put that in the chat, and I think this could still be something in this. King Harlan though says with the 2 says, I just want to pop in and say yes, yes to yourself, Bray.
What a Thursday morning.
I know, man, innit? Yeah, I want to talk about these players individually and talk about a little bit of like an overall sort of situation. But before we do, I want to say massive shout out to the guys at Manscaped. They have they've obviously got the Lawnmower 4.0, and it's probably time that you spam whatever fruit and vegetables you want in the chat. Maximum spammage. Break Jordan's PC. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
85% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 is everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.
Yes. Go check out Manscaped. You've got extra 20% off, free international shipping.
That's it, man. I want to come to James Maddison because Harsh did a super chat about it, and I think it's a really interesting conversation. There's strong evidence and rumours suggesting Manchester City have held talks with Leicester and James Maddison in recent months about a potential move to the Etihad in the summer. He's contracted until 2024, so he only has 1 year left on his contract, and it's pretty obvious that James Maddison is likely to leave this summer. Mm-hmm. He's only 26 years old. He'll be 27 in November, so he's still got plenty of years on him. I mean, he's a good player. I like him.
I think
you could probably get him out of there probably 60 million. He's only got
50, 60 million, I think, around that.
50, 60 million max, because he's only got a year left on his contract. He's despite Leicester's really sort of poor season, he's done actually personally. He's done really well. He's played 20 games in the Premier League, scored 9 for a midfielder, almost 1 in 2, and assisted 6.
I think he's decent, Maddison. Hasn't he had injury issues this year?
Yeah, he's had a few injuries. Yeah,
so he's been in the bin a little bit.
Yeah, he's had a knee injury.
A knee injury.
Yeah.
That's
a goal and assist every 115 minutes for Leicester.
Yeah, that's pretty mad. That I think he is. I think he'd be good, and you can get him for decent cash. You can get him for decent cash. Well, I think you can get him for decent cash.
I think we'll. I think you'll be able to get him for. I think 60 mil you might have to go up to, but I think you can get him out there for not a ridiculous amount of money. Last year, by the way, a goal and assist in the Premier League every 123 minutes. Season before, a goal and assist every 140 minutes. I think these are very, very good numbers, bro.
I rate it, mate. I rate it. Like we've said it before, though, isn't it? We have said it before that we'd take Maddison. I've said it before, definitely. And we've done streams specifically on Maddison, especially when we was linked more to him. Now I think it's this one's another one that splits opinion. I think it splits opinion on a lot of people whether we should get him or not. I see a few people in the chat now saying injuries. Joseph says, "What's his injury record? Have you got his transfer marked up, bro?"
Yeah, I've got his transfer. What, you got his injury record?
His injury record, yeah. What's it saying?
So
how old is he now, by the way? Did he say 27?
26. He's 27 in November.
Yeah.
So he's had a few knee injuries, which is a bit of an issue. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knee injuries throughout his career. However, they don't really keep him out that long. Maybe it's just like a little bit of a niggle that he gets. The first one, 20 days. Second one, 5 days, 6 days, 11 days, 8 days, 24 days. But he has had a few injuries, to be fair. He's had in total, and they've all been since 2018. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But he doesn't miss that many. I mean, the worst one he had was 72 days. So just over 2 months, that was back in 2020. They're all very small. 19 days, 11, 11, 8, 1, 14, 72, 1, 5, 6, 11, 55, 8, 24. They're not like, there's only a few there which are actually like pretty bad, like the 50 and the 72.
Yeah, they're the ones that stick out.
And you take them out, and he's just like every other player. So I don't think it's an issue. Maybe just looking at the knee, the amount of knee injuries that he's had, that some people might be concerned at that, but
Massam says nothing some Dr. Kugak juice can't fix. the thing is, I find it weird how much Pep's loving these English players, man. Like, obviously, we're interested in Jude Bellingham. Imagine we signed Jude Bellingham and Maddison and Chilwell. bro, what's like, imagine the fumes from some people, bro.
I know.
Like, it's wild. It is wild. But, yeah, I think Maddison's definitely an option. We was looking at him in January if Bernardo wanted to go. There was a rumour that did we apparently put in a £50 million bid or inquired and got the price in case that Bernardo left in January. And we were speaking about Bernardo's situation, and he started doing them interviews around January. And we were saying, I wonder if he thinks that there's a little like chance that he could probably leave in January and get his move. That kind of like backs that up in the sense that City were also ready to they were preparing in case Bernardo did leave, because if that cash came in for Bernardo in January, City would have accepted it. So he'd just gone, no worries, and then gone sign Maddison rapid. Loan to buy, it just made it was a loan to buy thing, wasn't it? So it's pretty mad that City were moving like that in January, and it's clear that Pep's interested in him. It's clear that City are interested in him. So I think it's one that we generally will go back to. I think it's the easy option. We've done the groundwork on it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's it's something that they could look at, but obviously they're looking at Vega as well. Jack Gordon said City are looking at Vega from Celta Vigo, so he's an option. We can't sign all these players. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see who we go for. Whether they might go for Jude Bellingham or McAllister and then get a Maddison or a Vega. Do they just full send both Maddison and Jude Bellingham? What do they do here? Or do they get McAllister and then maybe get both Maddison? Because I reckon McAllister will be cheaper than Bellingham, so you could get Maddison, McAllister and Vega.
You could get Maddison and McAllister for less than or same price of buying just Jude. I reckon. So like 50 mil for, do you know what I mean? 50 mil and 80 mil. So around like a similar price for Bellingham.
Then you get two players.
Then you get in two players that way, get McAllister and Maddison. So that's an option that probably City will be looking at. I think Hugh said this, I think yesterday. I think everything hinges on I think Asan said it and he would just like, do you know what I mean? Basically retweeted it, but in real life, I can't remember what the actual word is. Or Gen Z or whatever it is. I think everything hinges on the Jude Bellingham deal right now. I think how far that goes with City determines how much we spend elsewhere. Like, so say like if the Jude thing's like done and we're ready to go spend, let's say, £125 million and say that is it, right? And we're getting for £125 million. I think then City might go, right, okay, so we're spending this much on Jude. We're not going to go for the £80 million for Alex McAllister, innit? We'll probably swerve that and then maybe go for a Maddison who's a little bit cheaper, or maybe go for a Vega who's even, do you know what I mean? Like, so I think it all just pivots on that one deal.
Yeah. I agree. Alan with a 2 says, I'm sad City isn't going for Dani Olmo, perfect fit. Well, they might do. They might do. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. I think he'd be a perfect pet player. So yeah, don't rule it out. Yeah, Alan, I think it's something that City might look at for sure. Although we've not had any links at all.
I like Dani Olmo. I think he's sick, but yeah, it's a shame that we've had no links because it means that we've not been able to like sign Dani Olmo. Like we've not been able to gas it as much as we could have.
Yeah, but he's a top player. And Anthony with a 5 says, winning makes some big signings. We have to spend over $1 billion. That's Australian dollars. It's about 500 million. They're making 10 players signings don't sell next year.
Bro, how did you know that off the bat there?
Because I checked it last time. We got a super chat from him.
Bro, because I my head there, when you said that, I was like, whoa, where's this knowledge from? Bro, it's Thursday morning, a billion. Oh, yeah, it's about 500 million Australian dollars.
Yeah. Bro. No, I just half. It's not exactly 500 million, but I just half it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of money. I think we'll spend at least 300 million. So we're only 200 million off there, and it's very, and that's just on 2 midfielders. If we get McAllister and Jude Bellingham, and Gvardiol, that's 300 million. You had maybe 1, maybe 2 wingers, and we could be absolutely smacking it. By the way, Jack Gordon also said this about wingers. He said, TK is also looking at wingers to offer Guardiola more pace, although that market is particularly small for the sort of caliber title challengers require. City have been left with the impression that the view of them from transfer targets has not altered since the Premier League charges against us. So City believe that the charges, City just like, no one cares.
Yeah. I see the wingers thing, and I think like the target is a small market. I mean, we spoke about this a lot, and hence why we always speak about the same players. Me and Hugh did a winger stream yesterday about Kvaratskhelia because he signed the new Napoli deal. That wipes one out straight away. But really, you're only looking at like people say Moussa Diaby yesterday. That's probably one that'll be on a list. Leao, Matoma. You know what I mean? And then after that, I don't know where you're going, innit? Like, I genuinely don't know where you're going from that because they're the only wingers that I could probably see realistically that City going for. Sane, yep. I mean, Sane might be on it, but. It's like it says there, it is a very condensed market there, so it's very, very like small market to go for. However, he does say wingers, but I don't know if he just means that City are looking at more than one winger, like to get one in, or he means we're looking to sign more than one winger. Do you know what I mean? Like it could just be that we're looking at multiple wingers and then like deciding which one we want. I agree. That's good to hear that though, like because it's always been us speculating. When we've had these winger conversations, it's always just been us saying because we've had points where we go, we might not even go for a winger because we just think, we might just go for midfielders and just swerve the winger thing and then leave that for another year. But it's nice now that City are actually full sending the winger situation as well. This all feeds in, by the way, to the title of the stream of that City. Bro, we're gonna spend cash.
We're going to spend cash.
We're going to spend... Bro, we're going to ruin football again. This is going to... Bro, the hate from the amount of money that we'll spend this summer, 100%. If we spend the potential of what we could spend,
we're going to spend a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to spend a lot, 100%. Big up Haaland with a 5 and says, I want the English squad, Bray, except Eriksen, Diaz, KDB and Haaland. Let's sign Maddison, Jude and Chilwell.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if we have a window where we sign Maddison, Jude, Chilwell, you happy?
I'd like a winger.
Yeah, I'd like a winger.
I'd like a winger.
I'd like him, but are we being how much money is Maddison, Jude, and Chilwell? Do you reckon? Say 100.
Maddison's 50, Jude 125. That's 175.
Chilwell, how much? Chilwell, 50 again.
40 to 50 million.
Yeah.
So about 225.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we've got a war chest, you know what I mean? £80 million on Leao, boom, £300 million war chest in the bin.
Yeah. But then you need a centre back as well.
Oh fuck! I forgot about centre back. Use swap deal with Laporte. Send Laporte in it.
Eric Garcia. Get Eric Garcia back.
Get Garcia back.
Big up Haaland for the super chat. Mr. Dutch with a 5 says we need quick wingers for Haaland. Well, I said this in the summer, lad. We should have got a quick winger.
But the amount of conversations that we had where we were just like right foot, right winger, and people are like, "Why are you being spoilt for? Be happy we've got Haaland and Alvarez." And it was like, "Nah, right footed, right winger is needed." Then obviously. But was it pre-season when we seen it for the first time, bro? When Mahrez ran down that right-hand side, then had to cut back rather than playing an early ball into Haaland. And we was like, correct. We'll see that all season, and we have been.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. There we go. Manchester City to spend big. It's a big bombazzo from Jack Gorn. It's huge news. It confirms what we've thought for some time, that City are going to spend a lot of cash this summer. Manchester City have a significant wedge to spend, whatever that fucking means. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this stream. If you have, make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We'll leave you with the Manscaped ad. Go buy their products. And guys, we'll see you later. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
85% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.